In the quiet stillness of a rural town, where life moves at a gentler pace, a small gas station stands as a modest hub of daily routine. The attendant behind the counter knows the faces of regulars, the ebb and flow of travelers passing through, and the occasional struggles that mark life in a close-knit community. On this particular day, an elderly veteran arrives. His steps are slow, weathered by years of service and the trials of a lifetime. His uniform may have been set aside long ago, but his spirit steadfast and resolute remains intact. Yet today, he faces a simple, yet significant challenge: paying for his gas. As the veteran fumbles to gather enough money, the attendant watches with a mixture of concern and hesitation. The air feels heavy with unspoken stories and unacknowledged sacrifices. It's a moment many might overlook or rush past, but it does not go unnoticed by a black woman standing nearby. Without hesitation, without fanfare or expectation, she steps forward and quietly covers the cost. There is no grand announcement, no desire for recognition, just a straightforward act of generosity, born of empathy and respect. The attendant, surprised, asks why she did it. Her response is simple, a smile that speaks volumes without words. Her kindness is not about obligation or reward, it is a reflection of humanity's best qualities: compassion, understanding, and the quiet willingness to help another. This small gesture, so easily missed, sets into motion a ripple effect far greater than anyone could have imagined. The next day, the woman's peaceful routine is disrupted when dozens of Navy SEALs arrive at her doorstep. These are men and women who embody discipline, courage, and brotherhood. They are bound not just by their training, but by a profound respect for those who came before them, veterans like the man she helped. Their presence is not one of ceremony, but of heartfelt gratitude. They express their thanks for her kindness toward a man they hold in the highest esteem, recognizing that her generosity transcended race, status, and circumstance. She did not hesitate to honor a fellow human being who had sacrificed for the nation. This moment encapsulates a powerful truth, that even the simplest acts of kindness can resonate deeply and create meaningful change. The woman's choice to help was unremarkable in its modesty, yet extraordinary in its impact. In a world often fractured by division and misunderstanding, her action bridges gaps between strangers, generations, and communities. It reminds us all that compassion is a universal language, one that can dismantle barriers and foster connection. The Navy SEALs' response further amplifies this message. Their respect and recognition affirm that acts of kindness are never unseen or unvalued. They ripple outward, touching lives in unexpected ways and reinforcing the bonds that hold society together. This narrative also challenges preconceived notions about who gives and who receives. The woman's role as a helper disrupts stereotypes and highlights the strength found in generosity. Her willingness to act without expectation is a testament to courage, the courage to extend kindness even when it might go unnoticed. Moreover, the story honors veterans not only through grand gestures but through everyday acts of respect and care. It acknowledges the sacrifices made by those who serve and the importance of community support in their ongoing journey. The ripple effect extends beyond the initial encounter. The gratitude of the Navy SEALs inspires the woman, and others who hear her story, to continue acts of kindness and service. It creates a cycle of generosity that strengthens social fabric and nurtures hope. Ultimately, a simple act of kindness teaches that true impact lies not in the scale of an action, but in its sincerity and intention. A single moment, motivated by empathy, can spark a movement of goodwill and respect, altering lives and communities in profound ways. In a world often dominated by headlines of conflict and strife, this story shines as a beacon of hope, a reminder that kindness, in its purest form, holds the power to transform and uplift. The Power of Generosity is a touching story centered around a simple yet profound act of kindness. A black woman, working at a service station, notices an elderly veteran struggling at the gas pump and quietly pays for his gas without any expectation of reward or recognition. This seemingly small gesture sets off a ripple effect of gratitude and connection, ultimately transforming her life and illustrating how generosity transcends boundaries and changes lives in unexpected ways. At first glance, the story captures an everyday moment helping a stranger in need. But it is precisely in its simplicity that the story's power lies. The woman's kindness is genuine and unassuming. She does not seek praise or acknowledgement, nor does she anticipate any return. Her motivation is rooted in empathy and compassion, virtues that are often overlooked in today's fast-paced, transactional world. The attendant's puzzled question, "Why would you do such a thing?" reflects a common skepticism many people have toward acts of selflessness, especially when performed without obvious benefit. In a culture where everything often seems to have a price or expectation attached, true generosity can appear strange or even suspicious. Yet, the woman's quiet kindness is a reminder that some acts come purely from the heart. The real magic of the story unfolds the next day, when dozens of Navy SEALs arrive at the woman's door, expressing their gratitude for her selfless act. This moment serves as a powerful metaphor for how kindness can forge unexpected bonds and create communities. The veteran she helped, perhaps once a member or closely connected to this elite group, has inspired them to show their appreciation in a grand and meaningful way. Themes and messages. Several important themes emerge from this story. The ripple effect of kindness. The story beautifully illustrates how one small act of generosity can have far-reaching consequences. Kindness, even when offered quietly and without fanfare, can create a chain reaction that touches many lives. Selflessness without expectation. The woman's act is not transactional or motivated by reward. This purity of intention exemplifies the essence of true generosity, giving without anticipating anything in return. Recognition and gratitude. The Navy SEAL's visit symbolizes the power of gratitude and recognition. While the woman did not expect thanks, the response she receives highlights how kindness is noticed and appreciated, often in ways beyond our imagination. Building community. Through this act, the story emphasizes how kindness builds connections and fosters a sense of belonging. The woman and the SEALs, though strangers, become linked through a shared experience of generosity and respect. Humanizing service. The story humanizes both the veteran and the woman, showing that behind every role or title is a person deserving of empathy and care. It challenges societal tendencies to overlook or undervalue individuals based on their circumstances. Emotional impact. The emotional resonance of the story is rooted in warmth, hope, and the restoration of faith in human goodness. The woman's simple kindness invites readers to reflect on their own capacity for generosity and the ways in which small gestures can uplift others. The surprise visit from the Navy SEALs adds a layer of joy and affirmation. It is a reminder that kindness often returns to us in unexpected ways and that our actions can inspire others to pay it forward. This twist provides a satisfying emotional payoff, transforming an ordinary moment into something extraordinary. Readers are likely to feel uplifted and encouraged, reminded that everyone, regardless of their position or status, has the power to make a difference in someone else's life. The story also challenges the notion that acts of kindness must be grand to be meaningful. Sometimes, the simplest gestures are the most impactful. Broader societal context. The power of generosity speaks to broader social values of empathy, community, and human connection. In a world often marked by division, competition, and mistrust, this story is a hopeful reminder that compassion and generosity remain powerful forces for good. It also highlights the importance of recognizing the humanity in everyone, from veterans who have sacrificed for their country to everyday workers who serve communities with dedication. By showing these interactions, the story promotes respect across social and professional boundaries. Moreover, the narrative encourages a culture of giving and kindness. It suggests that generosity is not limited by wealth or status. Anyone can offer care and support in ways that matter. This democratization of kindness is a vital message in building more inclusive, compassionate societies. In the quiet rhythm of a small town, where life moves with a gentle predictability, a moment of unexpected kindness unfolds at a modest gas station, setting into motion a profound chain of gratitude and connection. A black woman, perhaps unassuming in appearance but rich in compassion, notices an elderly veteran struggling quietly to pay for his gas. Without hesitation or expectation, she steps forward and pays for him, an act of generosity that seems small but carries immense weight. The young attendant, witnessing this exchange, can't help but ask why she would go out of her way for a stranger, intrigued by her selflessness. The woman's simple smile holds an unspoken wisdom, a quiet acknowledgement that kindness needs no justification and that some actions transcend explanation. What she cannot foresee, however, is how her gesture will echo far beyond the moment and the place where it occurred. The next day, a group of Navy SEALs, elite warriors known for their discipline, honor, and camaraderie, arrive at her doorstep. Their presence is both surprising and humbling, as they come not with demands or fanfare, but with genuine thanks and deep admiration for her generosity toward the veteran. This unexpected visit illuminates a powerful truth: acts of kindness, no matter how small, have the ability to ripple outward and touch lives in ways we cannot predict or control. The scene captures the essence of human connection, where gratitude flows full circle and the seemingly ordinary becomes extraordinary through the bonds it creates. The woman's initial kindness is a beacon of hope and humanity in a world often overshadowed by indifference or division. Her choice to help the veteran honors not just him, but the values of service, sacrifice, and community he represents. In turn, the Navy SEAL's visit serves as a reminder that gratitude is not merely a polite response but a powerful force that builds bridges between people and fosters mutual respect. This moment of recognition and appreciation also highlights the theme of intergenerational connection, showing how the legacy of service and sacrifice is preserved and celebrated through acts of everyday kindness. The woman's smile, quiet yet profound, symbolizes the humility and grace that underpin true generosity, revealing that the greatest gifts often come without expectation or recognition. Through this story, the audience is invited to reflect on the unseen impact of their own actions and the potential each person holds to create meaningful change through compassion. It challenges the notion that heroism is solely found in grand gestures or dramatic moments, illustrating instead how small deeds of kindness are equally heroic and transformative. The visit from the Navy SEALs not only honors the woman's generosity but also reinforces the values of gratitude, respect, and solidarity, showing that acts of goodwill can inspire powerful responses and lasting relationships. Ultimately, this scene is a testament to the interconnectedness of humanity and the idea that kindness is a currency that enriches both the giver and the receiver. It teaches that even in a quiet town, and through simple acts, profound stories of generosity and gratitude unfold, stories that remind us all of the enduring power of compassion and the beauty of paying kindness forward, creating ripples that reach far beyond what the eye can see. From generosity to gratitude opens with a simple, everyday scene at a gas station, a mundane setting where countless ordinary transactions occur daily. Amid this routine, a profound act of kindness unfolds. A black woman notices an elderly veteran struggling to pay for his fuel. Without hesitation or expectation, she steps forward to cover the cost, embodying generosity in its purest form. Her action is quiet but significant, a spontaneous decision to help another human being in need. The gas station attendant, young, and perhaps a bit naive, is visibly surprised and asks why she is helping someone she does not know. The woman's response is nothing more than a warm smile, a gesture that conveys compassion and humanity without needing words. This interaction highlights the beauty of selfless giving, where the motivation lies not in recognition or reward but in genuine empathy. What makes the story compelling is the ripple effect of this small act of kindness. The next day, the woman is stunned when she opens her door to find dozens of Navy SEALs gathered in gratitude. These elite soldiers, known for their courage, discipline, and brotherhood, represent a community that deeply respects and honors the veteran she helped. Their presence transforms the woman's quiet gesture into a powerful statement about the interconnectedness of humanity and the far-reaching impact of compassion. The Navy SEAL's gratitude is not only a recognition of her generosity but also a symbol of solidarity and respect for those who have served. This moment underscores the idea that acts of kindness, no matter how small, can resonate across communities and inspire profound appreciation. From generosity to gratitude carries strong themes of empathy, community, and the unexpected power of kindness. The Black woman's willingness to help without question reflects a deep sense of social responsibility and humanity. It challenges the often transactional nature of modern society by showing that true generosity is unconditional and transformative. The story also emphasizes the importance of honoring veterans, acknowledging their sacrifices, and supporting them in tangible ways. The woman's action becomes a bridge between civilian life and the military community, illustrating how respect and care can transcend social boundaries. The story's emotional impact lies in the contrast between the initial quiet generosity and the overwhelming response of gratitude. The woman's modest act seems small and almost invisible in the grand scheme of things, but the Navy SEAL's unexpected visit magnifies its significance. This surprise element evokes feelings of warmth and hope, reminding audiences that good deeds rarely go unnoticed, even if recognition is delayed or indirect. It inspires a belief in the power of compassion to foster connection and community, encouraging viewers and readers to consider how their own actions might ripple outward in unforeseen ways. Furthermore, the story touches on the theme of humility. The woman's simple smile in response to the attendant's question reflects a humble approach to kindness. She does not seek accolades or explanations. Her generosity is intrinsic, rooted in values rather than external validation. This humility contrasts with the grand display of gratitude from the Navy SEALs, highlighting the reciprocal nature of giving and receiving in human relationships. On a societal level, From Generosity to Gratitude critiques a culture often focused on individual success and self-interest by presenting a narrative where empathy and community care take center stage. It calls for greater recognition of everyday heroes, those who act kindly without fanfare, and encourages a shift toward more compassionate, connected communities. The story reminds us that kindness can be a powerful catalyst for positive change, creating bonds that extend far beyond a single moment or individual. In conclusion, From Generosity to Gratitude is a heartwarming tale that illustrates the profound impact of simple acts of kindness. It celebrates the power of compassion to transcend social divides, honor shared values, and inspire gratitude in unexpected places. The Black woman's quiet generosity and the Navy SEAL's collective appreciation offer a powerful reminder that every small act of goodwill has the potential to create a ripple effect, transforming lives and strengthening communities in ways we may never fully see. This narrative encourages us all to embrace kindness as a force for connection and change, demonstrating that even the smallest gesture can lead to the most meaningful outcomes. A hero's quiet gesture captures the profound ripple effect that a single, selfless act of kindness can create, even when it goes unnoticed or unacknowledged at the moment. The story begins in a quiet, rural gas station where a black woman, unassuming and humble, notices an elderly veteran struggling to pay for his gas. Without hesitation or expectation, she quietly steps in and covers the cost, an act motivated purely by compassion and respect rather than any desire for recognition. The gas station attendant, puzzled by her generosity toward a stranger, questions her intentions, reflecting a society often conditioned to view such gestures with skepticism or suspicion. However, the woman's response is simple and heartfelt. She does it because it's the right thing to do. What seems like a small, everyday kindness sets in motion a chain of gratitude and honor that the woman never anticipates. The veteran she helped is not just any man but someone deeply respected by an elite group of Navy SEALs, a brotherhood bound by loyalty and gratitude toward those who have served with distinction. The next day, the woman answers her door to an awe-inspiring and humbling sight, dozens of Navy SEALs standing in solemn respect and gratitude, coming to express their thanks in a way that transcends words. This powerful and unexpected show of appreciation highlights the deep connections and bonds of respect among service members, and how one act of kindness can touch a wider community in meaningful ways. The story is a celebration of quiet heroism and the idea that impactful actions don't always have to be grand gestures. Sometimes, the simplest acts done without expectation resonate far beyond their initial moment. It also speaks to the themes of honor, respect, and the often unseen ways kindness can build bridges between strangers. The woman's humility contrasts with the extraordinary response she receives, underscoring that true generosity is not about recognition but about genuine human connection. This narrative invites reflection on the power of empathy and the profound effects of treating others with dignity and kindness, no matter how small the action may seem. Ultimately, a hero's quiet gesture is a heartfelt testament to the enduring strength of compassion and the surprising ways in which good deeds come back to us, often multiplied in forms we least expect. It reminds us that heroism is not always loud or visible. It can be a quiet, steadfast commitment to helping others and making the world a better place, one small act at a time. In the ordinary setting of a gas station, a place where everyday routines unfold and strangers briefly cross paths, a simple act of kindness transforms into something far greater than anyone could anticipate. A black woman notices an elderly veteran struggling to pay for his gas. This veteran, likely a symbol of sacrifice and service, embodies both vulnerability and dignity. Despite his past contributions and the respect he deserves, here he is in a moment of hardship, needing help with something as basic as filling his vehicle with gas. Without hesitation or expectation, the woman steps up and pays for his gas. This gesture is quiet, unassuming, and deeply humane. It is not performed for recognition, reward, or thanks but out of genuine compassion and empathy, a fundamental kindness that transcends social boundaries and personal circumstances. This moment becomes a powerful reminder that simple acts of generosity have the ability to ripple outward in ways that are often unseen and unexpected. The young attendant at the gas station, witnessing this transaction, is understandably confused. The attendant's question, why, reflects a common skepticism in a world where selfless acts can be rare and where kindness sometimes meets cynicism. This response also speaks to the broader cultural narrative about altruism. Why would someone help a stranger without expecting anything in return? The woman's silent answer, her willingness to help without any ulterior motive, offers a powerful counterpoint to this skepticism. It shows that true kindness is an expression of humanity, a gift freely given regardless of circumstances or future gain. The story takes an inspiring turn the next day. When the woman answers her door, she is met not by one person, but by dozens of Navy SEALs, elite warriors known for their courage, discipline, and loyalty. Their presence is both surprising and deeply moving. They come not only to thank her but to express profound gratitude for her simple, selfless act. The veteran she helped was one of their own, and her generosity has touched a network of people bonded by service and camaraderie. This powerful response highlights the interconnectedness of human experiences and the unexpected ways in which kindness can reverberate. What seemed like a small gesture at a gas station becomes a catalyst for recognition, respect, and community. The woman's action created a bridge between two worlds, between a civilian and military life, between giving and gratitude. It reminds us that acts of generosity, no matter how small, can inspire loyalty and deep appreciation that transcend ordinary social interactions. The Navy SEAL's visit is more than just a thank you, it is a celebration of values such as honor, respect, and solidarity. It symbolizes how kindness fosters connections that build trust and support across diverse groups. Their presence at her door reaffirms that even in a complex world, simple goodness is noticed and valued. It speaks to the power of community and the importance of standing together, especially honoring those who have served. This scene also challenges the notion that kindness is a transaction or something to be measured by immediate outcomes. Instead, it reveals that true generosity is its own reward, often leading to unexpected blessings and affirmations. The woman's willingness to help without seeking anything in return exemplifies a purity of spirit that enriches both the giver and the receiver. It encourages us to look for moments where we can offer help without hesitation, trusting that these acts contribute to a greater good. Moreover, the story touches on themes of respect across generations and the importance of honoring those who have sacrificed for others. The elderly veteran's situation highlights the struggles many veterans face after service, including financial hardship and social invisibility. The woman's gesture counters this invisibility, restoring dignity and acknowledging the veteran's humanity. It calls attention to the ongoing need for compassion and support for those who have served. In addition, this narrative celebrates the strength and kindness of Black women, often unsung heroes in their communities. Her empathy and courage to act remind us of the power inherent in everyday people to make a difference. Her story inspires us to embrace empathy as a guiding principle, encouraging kindness as a ripple effect that can change lives. In conclusion, Unexpected Gratitude is a heartening narrative about generosity, connection, and the profound impact of simple kindness. The Black woman's decision to help an elderly veteran in need leads to an extraordinary expression of thanks from a community bound by honor and service. This story reminds us that kindness is a powerful force that transcends social boundaries and that one small act can ignite a chain of gratitude and respect. It encourages us all to be generous without expectation, knowing that our actions, no matter how quiet, can create waves of positive change in the world. Kindness that shakes the world is a touching and inspiring story set against the backdrop of a quiet desert town, where life often moves slowly and the small acts of humanity carry immense weight. At the heart of the narrative is a Black woman whose simple gesture paying for an elderly veteran's gas carries an impact far greater than she could have imagined. This story is a powerful reminder of how kindness, even in its most modest form, can ripple outward and transform lives in unexpected and profound ways. The setting of a small desert town adds to the poignancy of the story. Such towns are often characterized by tight-knit communities where everyone's actions can have outsized effects on the lives of others. The environment underscores the purity of the woman's gesture. She offers help without expectation or fanfare, motivated solely by empathy and compassion. Her kindness is not a calculated act designed to gain recognition but a natural expression of her character. The elderly veteran, a figure representing sacrifice and service, becomes the immediate beneficiary of the woman's generosity. In a society that sometimes overlooks or undervalues the contributions of veterans, her act stands as a quiet tribute to his dedication and hardships. By paying for his gas, She alleviates a small burden, but more importantly, she conveys respect and gratitude for his service. This moment highlights how acts of kindness can serve as meaningful acknowledgments of the often unseen or unspoken struggles endured by others. The young attendant's reaction, being left speechless, serves as a subtle but important element of the story. His astonishment reflects a societal tendency to underestimate the power and impact of everyday generosity. The question he asks, "Why are you doing this?" encapsulates a common skepticism in a world often driven by transactions and expectations. The woman's response, a simple, knowing smile, speaks volumes. It reveals that true kindness is not about reward or recognition but about acting out of genuine care and humanity. Her smile becomes a symbol of selfless giving, emphasizing that some of the most profound human connections are forged without words or conditions. What elevates the story to a remarkable level is the unexpected appearance of a group of Navy SEALs at the woman's door the very next day. The SEALs, elite warriors known for their discipline, courage, and brotherhood, represent a larger community that holds the elderly veteran in the highest regard. Their visit is not merely a gesture of thanks but a profound acknowledgement of the ripple effect that one small act of kindness can create. This moment reveals a beautiful cycle of gratitude and respect, a chain of human connection that transcends social boundaries and individual circumstances. The arrival of the SEALs also introduces themes of honor and recognition. While the woman did not seek acknowledgement, the respect shown to her by these elite servicemen elevates her gesture to a collective act of kindness honored by a community with deep values of loyalty and gratitude. It highlights how good deeds, even when done quietly and without expectation, resonate far beyond their immediate context, touching lives and inspiring others. Moreover, kindness that shakes the world teaches an important lesson about the interconnectedness of humanity. The story suggests that no act of kindness is truly small or insignificant. Instead, every gesture, no matter how modest, can create waves that influence people and communities in ways that are often unseen. It encourages readers to embrace compassion as a powerful force for positive change, reminding us that kindness is both accessible to everyone and profoundly impactful. The narrative also challenges the cynicism and indifference that can permeate modern life. In a world often focused on self-interest and rapid pace, the story's gentle reminder that kindness matters serves as a call to slow down, notice the needs of others, and respond with generosity. It reaffirms the belief that human connection and empathy are foundational to a thriving society. Additionally, the story subtly addresses themes of humility and grace. The woman's refusal to seek recognition or reward reflects a humility that is at the core of true kindness. Her grace lies not only in the act itself but in her quiet acceptance of the role she plays in a larger story of human goodness. The Navy SEAL's gratitude contrasts with her modesty, showing that appreciation and humility can coexist and that honoring kindness is a way of strengthening communal bonds. In conclusion, kindness that shakes the world is a heartwarming testament to the power of empathy, generosity, and human connection. Through the story of a Black woman whose simple act of paying for an elderly veteran's gas leads to profound gratitude from a community of elite warriors, it illustrates how kindness has the potential to transcend boundaries and create lasting impact. This narrative encourages us all to recognize the value of small gestures and to understand that even the quietest acts of goodness can shake the world in meaningful ways. In the ordinary setting of a local gas station, a quiet yet deeply meaningful moment unfolds that highlights the power of kindness and the ripple effect of a single compassionate act. A Black woman, going about her day, notices an elderly veteran struggling to fill his tank, perhaps fumbling with change, or hesitating over the pump, weighed down by physical or emotional burdens that age and experience often bring. Without hesitation or expectation of recognition, she steps in to pay for his gas, an act of generosity born purely from empathy and the desire to help a fellow human being in need. Her simple gesture is profound not because of its scale, but because it embodies an unspoken recognition of dignity and respect towards someone who has given much for his country. The gas station attendant, observing this unexpected kindness, questions her motives with puzzlement, reflecting a societal tendency to scrutinize generosity when it falls outside of transactional norms. However, the woman offers no explanation or justification. She does not seek approval or thanks. Instead, she walks away with a quiet heart, her act itself serving as its own reward. This moment of compassion, seemingly small and private, sets off a chain of events that neither she nor anyone else could have anticipated. The next day, she is astonished to find dozens of Navy SEALs, elite members of the military who embody discipline, courage, and honor, arriving at her door, not to ask for anything, but to express their profound gratitude. They have come to thank her for her kindness towards someone they deeply respect, the veteran she helped. This powerful gesture of acknowledgement underscores how acts of generosity, no matter how modest, resonate deeply within communities and can bridge gaps between strangers. The woman's quiet generosity becomes more than a single act of kindness. It transforms into a story of gratitude, reflection, and the unseen bonds that connect us all. The Navy SEAL's visit symbolizes a broader appreciation for empathy and humanity, demonstrating that good deeds do not go unnoticed, even if they happen without fanfare or expectation. This narrative invites reflection on the value of simple acts and how they can transcend social divides, reminding us that true generosity is often selfless and without demand for recognition. It also challenges societal attitudes that can sometimes overlook or dismiss everyday kindness, emphasizing that compassion is a powerful force for building community and honoring shared values. The story serves as a testament to the idea that respect and gratitude are universal, crossing boundaries of age, race, and experience. The woman's action illustrates how one person's willingness to help can inspire a collective response rooted in honor and appreciation. It also speaks to the profound human need to be seen, supported, and valued, needs that often manifest most acutely in those who have served or sacrificed for others. By stepping in without hesitation, the woman honors not just the veteran, but the ideals of service, respect, and humanity that he represents. The arrival of the Navy SEALs reinforces the power of community and the importance of recognizing kindness wherever it is found. This story encourages us all to be more attentive to the small opportunities for generosity in our daily lives, reminding us that every act of kindness carries the potential to create meaningful and lasting impact. It also underscores the importance of gratitude not just as a polite response, but as a profound acknowledgement of the interconnectedness of our lives. Ultimately, this narrative celebrates the quiet strength of compassion and the unexpected ways in which kindness can come full circle. It inspires hope and challenges us to embrace empathy, showing that even the simplest gestures have the power to transform lives, foster connections, and affirm the dignity inherent in every human being. The woman's unassuming act becomes a beacon of what it means to live with a kind heart, leaving an enduring legacy of generosity and respect that continues far beyond the moment at the gas station. From Disbelief to Gratitude is a heartwarming narrative that beautifully illustrates the profound impact of simple acts of kindness and the unexpected ways they can resonate far beyond their immediate moment. The story unfolds in a quiet, unassuming town, where a black woman's spontaneous gesture of generosity takes place at a humble gas station, a setting symbolic of everyday life and ordinary encounters. When she pays for the gas of an elderly veteran, her action initially confounds the young attendant working at the station. His hesitation and questioning reveal a common human tendency to doubt or seek explanations for kindness, especially when it defies expectations or social norms. Yet, the woman offers no justification, embodying a pure form of altruism rooted in compassion rather than recognition or reward. This silence is itself a powerful statement, underscoring that true kindness often needs no explanation, it simply exists as a gift freely given. The story then takes a remarkable turn the next day, when the woman is greeted by dozens of Navy SEALs who stand in unspoken gratitude for her selfless act. This powerful image of elite warriors honoring a single act of generosity elevates the story to a profound moral lesson about the ripple effects of kindness. It reminds us that even the smallest gestures, done without fanfare or expectation, can leave deep, lasting impressions and inspire gratitude in ways we may never fully understand. The presence of the Navy SEALs symbolizes strength, discipline, and honor, reinforcing the idea that acts of kindness transcend social boundaries and resonate across diverse communities. This moment highlights the interconnectedness of humanity and the unseen chains of goodwill that bind us all. From disbelief to gratitude ultimately serves as a moving testament to the transformative power of empathy and generosity, encouraging us to extend kindness without hesitation or need for validation. It challenges cynicism and skepticism by showing that goodness begets gratitude, sometimes in the most unexpected and humbling ways. This story leaves readers with a hopeful message, that individual acts of compassion, no matter how small, contribute to a larger legacy of respect and humanity that echoes far beyond the initial moment, touching lives in ways we might never imagine.